for the present and future generations. The world is in your hands. Keep acting with kindness, thinking with brightness, and caring for the world inside and all around you. We even trapped water. A film by Temi Diaz. Animated by Andre Aste. Far, far back in the dawn of time, when humans lived in caves, they didn't have cars to drive, or news to get frustrated, or movies to spend the time, or light all around. Especially no time to gossip on the phones. No. They had no electricity, no refrigerators, no way to buy food, far less get it delivered to their homes. Nothing. Luckily for humans, Earth was an abundant, beautiful place, surrounded by everything they needed. But they had to spend all day hunting for their food. Or else they would go hungry. Real hungry. The only problem for the new, modern Homo sapiens, but not for their early ancestors, was that Earth didn't come with instructions. Imagine building a Lego set with no instructions. Would you know what to do? Where would you start? For modern humans, everything they learn comes with an instruction booklet. For their ancestors, their teacher was their own mind and experiences. They had to learn everything by themselves, creatively and intuitively. They learned how to hunt, what to eat, how to create a shelter, discover fire, and stay warm, all by themselves. No guidebook. Soon, they created weapons and were experts in hunting, which made it easier to avoid starvation. Without having to think about it, they were a community. A collective tribe that did everything for the sake of surviving. Members later divided themselves by their skills, hunters and gatherers. A social structure based on the collective need for survival was developed, and it worked. United, they were stronger and smarter. Other tribes had evolved as well. and trading of foods and goods was the first economy of the world. Oranges for apples. Great. A win-win for everyone. But it came to a point when humans stopped taking care of their spirit, feeling valuable and safe, having companionship and protection, being loved and having a good-hearted mission. Sadly, rivalry among members started. They no longer had a common goal. They started comparing themselves to one another. And a spirit-like imposter entered their minds. Ego. Ego was a long-time being of the world who had been silent during all this time. Ego only wanted one thing, and that was wanting it all, and it all full of chaos. So ego created in humans a new set of emotions: shame, envy, and constant fear. This made humans believe they meant nothing if they had nothing. It made them believe they needed more, and that they needed to have more than everybody else. So humans started making more food. Humans were now eating even if they weren't hungry. This led to the first illnesses, apart from an infected wound. A new task was born. Healers, who in modern days are referred to as doctors. Their medicine was in nature, and their only purpose was guiding the body back to its natural state, complete balance, coherence, and as modern medicine refers to, homeostasis. The truth is, illness was the way the body reacted to incoherence. For the next couple of years, ego ruled the world, guiding most of humanity through envy, shame, and fear. In other words, lack of love. Currency, the new way of getting what humans needed, became his child. Ego picked the precious metal gold as the network of possession. Gold was a metal that wasn't easily found. It was unique to have it, so the more gold you had, the more things you could buy. Then, ego changed the currency to pieces of paper representing the gold every community had. So by now you know what ego wants. It simply wants it all, and an all full of chaos. Ego wanted humans to compete. Ego wanted humans to possess, and land became a prized possession. Fictional divisions were established, and pieces of land were divided and labeled empires. Ego made the rulers of the empires develop a strange condition of the mind. These rulers thought that they were above all the other members of the community. They stopped being leaders and became egoists. And providing food, water, health, and shelter to all members of the community was no longer a priority. Ego played a big role in human socio-cultural evolution. Starting from the age of 4, ego entered humans' minds and made them forget their essence of goodness and wholeness. It was easier for young humans to allow it when all the grown-ups around operated in the same way. By using self-doubt, ego confused young humans and gave birth to bad thoughts that didn't feel quite right and alienated them from their true essence. But humans' true spirit started to awaken. New babies were being born with a deep sensitivity to goodness and wholeness. These babies turned out to be the artists, innovators, and creators who brought hope to the world and formed the foundations for future generations to follow through. Humans started visioning flying vehicles, electricity everywhere, automobiles, and lots of things the ego mind and its rulers thought impossible. Leonardo da Vinci was one of those, a great painter, inventor, doctor, visionary, and artist who used his spirit, imagination, and pure curiosity to create not only the most famous painting in the world, but inventions like the scuba dive, the parachute, flying machines, and more. It didn't take long until ego found a way to possess creativity. It bought humans' innovations with currency and credited the discoveries to itself. Another gifted baby was Nicholas Tesla, an inventor who understood electricity like nobody else. His vision was for everyone to have access to light. But no, ego couldn't allow it. Ego wanted to control. Ego wanted to profit. Ego wanted everything for itself. So Tesla was never supported. Nowadays, ego is more significant than ever before. Humans want everything for themselves, even stuff they don't really want. Ego is taking an extra piece of pie when you're already full and not wanting to share with someone who has none. Ego is when you complain you wanted more gifts for Christmas, even though there are humans around the world who receive none. Ego has made humans get sick more from obesity than from hunger itself. Can you imagine what your ancestors would think if you told them that humans are now getting sick because they eat too much food? Or that despite having real nutritious food all around Earth, ego made humans create and eat synthetic, fake food, and fake water consisting mostly of chemicals nobody knows how to pronounce. And humans consume them because of their addictive flavor and the expensive propaganda that labels it as good food for the body. What a trickster ego is. And just for the sake of making more money. If we look at the world map, we are surrounded by water. Approximately 71% of Earth is water. Yet there are even places in the world without potable water. There are still humans who get sick because they don't have access to clean water. And instead of working towards a solution so that everyone had access to water, ego decided to own it. Humans, not knowing ego was controlling the path, accepted this. And so, they even found a way to trap water in plastic bottles, own it, and sell it individually around the world. I know, it's water, and everyone should have free access to it. Ego also got into modern medicine, in the hands of healing places called pharmacies, that sell you pills that alleviate suffering temporarily, but don't heal the root cause of your illness, and create other illnesses or side effects at the same time. Ego makes a lot of money out of this. For ego, humans are not customers, but consumers. The sad part is that humans feel there is something wrong, but pretend they don't. That's why there is an epidemic of anxiety, depression, panic attacks, bipolarity, and rare physical illnesses all over the world, reacting to this incoherence in the body that needs to be fixed. Ego made humans believe they can't trust their own body's intelligence and divine soul, when in fact, it's quite the opposite. And now here is my secret. A very simple secret. It is only with the heart that one can see rightly. What is essential is invisible to the eye. Humans forgot they were here to love one another, not compete with one another. They forgot the true meaning of God and everything that God stands for. Creation, unity, love, spirit, and appreciation. For all the upcoming builders and political leaders, be like your early ancestors. Use your intuition, use your creativity, use your mind, and use your passion. Encourage green spaces, true food, and limit absurd construction. And for all the greedy humans who let ego control their minds, don't lose your chance to do good on this earth. Fight the ego mind and trap it. You are here, and there is truly a purpose for that. Remember, you are not more significant nor smaller than anyone. Humans are all in the same situation, living in a world they don't fully understand, with struggles, fears, and desires that can be changed to growth, love, and progress, if they allow it. I know you'll do so. Life.